Hello everyone and welcome back to Professor Layton and the Curious Village, and this will probably be the last part. It'll be quite long compared to the rest, but that's fine. Anyway, we're gonna read these. We have quite a few. Alright. Who would have imagined that the tiny shack held the entrance to an underground tunnel and a quaint storage room? More unexpected still was our discovery of a small key shaped like the tower itself. Could this odd little key truly unlock a path to the tower? Luke keeps pushing for us to proceed straight to the dead end of the tower, but before we do, I have a suspicion of my own that I feel I need to confirm. Before we go anywhere else, I think it would be best to stop by the inn. I think we might be able to identify the person that has been watching us all this time. In order to confirm my hunch, I asked Beatrice to lend me the last few days' worth of newspapers, but it seems that someone has made off with the whole stack. Those papers would have been the decisive proof needed to confirm my suspicions, but I'll have to go on without them. I'd like to continue searching for the papers, but the inspector has summoned us, so I'll have to give up on that for now. En route to the mansion, we ran into that shawled girl again. I don't know how to pronounce that word, I'm so sorry. I meant to ask her many things, but she vanished moments after she appeared. She stayed just long enough to warn us to stay away from the tower. Arriving at the manor, I noticed something peculiar about Matthew's expression today. Why has the inspector called us here? Behind the vinyl mask, the man who had posed as the inspector all this time was none other than the brilliant scientist Don Paolo. It seems he too was after the Reinhold fortune. He alluded to some larger mystery at work here in the village, and I'm fairly certain I know which one he means. Alrighty. Here we go. We should be solving every mystery now, so it's gonna be quite a long one. We have nothing else to do but head to the tower. I really hope you've enjoyed this playthrough so far. I've enjoyed recording it. Though it has made my voice extremely sore throughout the entire thing. There is a lot of reading in this game, so that's just how it is. But right now I'm fine. I've been drinking between parts and I've been taking breaks between them as well, which is good. Anyway, let's talk to Prosecutor. Yes, I hope that's pronounced it. Anyway, hey Professor, I've been waiting for someone like you. Listen, I've got something very interesting to tell you if you solve this puzzle here. Awesome. You go to the shop to buy some almond chocolate to share with 3 friends. However, upon unwrapping the chocolate, you find that only 4 of the 16 squares actually have an almond in them. How can you cut the chocolate up into 4 pieces to share, each with the same shape but containing an almond in a different location? I believe it's something like this. Oops. Then, yes, like this. That should do it.
That should do it.
There we go.
Every puzzle has an answer.
Sorry about that, I had to mute. I sneezed again. Nicely done. Now make sure you share it with everyone. Oh, I see now. Heck, isn't that really all I need to do to solve it? Is that really all I need to do? Oh yeah, I promised I'd tell you something, didn't I? Well, listen here. The greatest culinary delights in all of St. Mystere is Crouton's ginger pudding. It's delish. Ironically, the worst thing you could ever put in your mouth is also a dish of croutons. Honestly, you could choke a donkey with those scones. Yuck. And this goes to Layton, and we are done with the inn minigame. Well, we didn't really participate in it, we just... yeah. Here we go. Yeah, it's all giving us a tutorial. There's some unique dialogue for each item that you put in each different room, but I didn't show any of that off, so maybe I'll put some examples on screen of some funny ones. But yeah, we put everything in the right place, so this should be good, I believe. There we go. Now this is a room any gentleman would be proud to call his own. Staying here should speed up the investigation. By the way, Luke, I have a present for you to mark this occasion. Turn off your Nintendo DS system once, then restart the game. At the title screen, select bonuses and you should have a new challenge for me. Now, I know you're excited, but be sure to save before you restart your DS system. Layton's challenges, the decorator's house has been added to your map. And that's it. We'll click on it once more to see like everything. You can like still like mix and match them all, but I won't do that. And I believe if you click on paint, it just shows you the painting. Yeah, nothing else to do there. We are done. We're on our way to 100%ing the game. All that's left is the puzzles in the tower itself and a puzzle that's just up ahead. There we go. Yeah, I've got a new puzzle for you, dearie. I bet you're just dying to see it, aren't you? I'm sorry, madame, but right now we're in a terrible rush. Yum yum. You can't fool this old girl. I've seen you strolling around solving other people's puzzles, and now it's my turn. Seen us? You mean, what do you mean? Have you been following us? Rolling a 3. When you roll a die, the chances of rolling a 3 are 1 in 6, the chances of rolling 3 twice in a row is 1 in 36, and the chances of rolling a 3 3 times in a row are a jaw-dropping 1 in 216. Let's assume you roll a die 3 times and get a 3 each time. The chances of rolling a 3 on your next turns are 1 in how many? I believe that is 1 in how many? 1 in 6.
That should do it.
It tries to trick you out of that.
Every
But it's only
puzzle
talking
has
about
an
this
answer.
specific roll, it's not talking about the other numbers. Yes. Just 1 turn. That's all it's talking about. You going to the tower, are you, dearie? How about I show you the way? Oh, I was under the impression that the villagers of St. Mystere hated going in the tower. Yum yum yum. Oh yes, I don't want to go anywhere near that place myself. Though I suppose I could make an exception for a strapping man such as yourself. Oh yes. Professor, we really should keep moving. Alrighty. It's a dead end. No two ways about it. Maybe there's another path to the tower hidden around here. I'd argue that we've come exactly to exactly the right spot, Luke. What do you mean by that? Look right here, Luke. There's a small indentation in the wall where one could place a small object. Oh, so this must be... Yes, this curious indentation is no doubt the spot indicated in Baron Reinhold's note to Archibald. I'm willing to wager that if we put this in there and give it a turn... Wow. Just as I suspected. Alright, Luke, in we go. Chapter 9, The Tower Secret. A path to the tower has been found. Scale the tower and solve all the mysteries of St. Mystere. And we save. This is the final chapter of the game. Let's go forward. Well, it looks like you've solved at least 75 puzzles. Alright then, go on in the tower. Face gives me goosebumps. Plus, it's all murky in here, and I can't see if... Oh my. Ah, I can't scream, sorry. Ah, my head. Luke, are you right, my boy? No injuries, I hope? Don't worry, Professor, I'm fine. And yourself? Nothing a good long bath later won't solve, but more importantly, where are we? This room is full of curious machines. I've never seen anything like them. What do you suppose they do? What in the world? Look over there on that wall, Professor. My word. There are pictures of the villagers displayed here. And what's this? There's a key for almost every villager. Professor, what if someone's using this place to keep an eye on what's going on in St. Mystere? Look, the stairs are over there. Let's get out of here. This place gives me the shivers. Yes, you're quite right, Luke. Let's head out. Before we do that, let's go read mysteries, because we did solve one. The note left by the Baron in Archibald's desk gave Layton a clue he needed to realise the key would fit into the wall in the north of the village. From there, the Professor and Luke could access the path to the tower. Okay, there we go. Leave this over here. Ink coin, there we go. And we check this for a puzzle, I believe. Or maybe... Oh, what's this notebook? Did you find something interesting? I think so. This notebook looks like someone's been using it as a diary. Just a little longer now. Soon this village will achieve the purpose it was designed for. I waited so long for this day, but as it comes closer I feel a little lonely. I hope that, at the very least, the young mistress finally finds the happiness at the end of all of this. This poor diary looks like it's been through a lot. All the pages are terribly frayed. I bet the scraps of paper we found in the village came from here. And we can go left. What's this? You! You two again. What are you doing here? What are you up to? Just a moment, sir. What are you talking about? You knew it. You came here to steal my secrets, didn't you? Didn't you? Don't play dumb with me. I see right through you. Don't think I haven't been watching. I've seen you two sniffing around every nook and cranny in this village, obstructing my work. Now I've had it, so unless you want trouble, give me back number 38. Please calm yourself, sir. Just listen to what we have to say for a moment. We haven't intended to get in the way of your work. We are merely searching for the golden apple. Neither of us knows anything about this number 38 business. Oh? Did you just say the golden apple? Are you really looking for the golden apple then? Precisely. Do you know anything that could be of help to us? So that's how it is, eh? What you're looking for is on the top floor of this tower. Watch out, because the puzzles in this tower are harder than a diamond-tipped drill. I know they call you a puzzle master, but are you sure you have what it takes to solve them? And why would you go and tell us something like that? I bet you just want to set up to walk right into some sort of trap. What could I possibly gain from doing something like that? Not to mention, it's my duty to guide those who seek the golden apple towards their goal. Some mischief maker sneaked into the village and had me all confused, but I think I've worked things out now. Seeing as how it's your duty and all that, would you mind filling us in? Sorry. What's St. Mystere's big secret? Alright. The name is Bruno. I work for the Reinhold family. For some time now, I've managed St. Mystere from up here in the tower. Manage St. Mystere? You're the one who manages the life of each of the villagers, aren't you? What in the world are you two talking about? Surely you must have seen them too, Luke. Do you recall the cogs we found about the village and the key we just saw? All the villagers in St. Mystere are robots created by Bruno. What do you mean? The villagers are all robots? In other words, the inhabitants of St. Mystere aren't human, but intricately constructed machines. They're robots, my boy. I have to say, I'm astonished that anyone could build such elaborate machines in this day and age. You must be quite the engineer, sir. Oh ho, aren't you a sharp one? I've never imagined you'd work out so much of the mystery by yourself. What do you mean, sir? St. Mystere isn't a real village, Luke. It was constructed by Bruno and the late Baron. How am I doing so far, Bruno? You're absolutely correct. Master believed that one day an heir worthy of his fortune would come forward. He had me build this village and all who dwell within it to prepare for that day. Then he hid his greatest treasure, the golden apple, away on the top floor of this tower. I was ordered to protect it with my life. Until the person arrives who can solve the puzzle of the golden apple, I will continue to protect it. Remarkable. I'm impressed at how far Baron Reinhold went to protect his treasure. It's not just any treasure, mind you. The golden apple was the Baron's most precious treasure. But why go through all this just to hide treasure? Why build an entire village to protect it? Whoops, seems like I've been a little loose-lipped here. I've already said more than I should have. The answers you're looking for are waiting for you at the top of the tower. Go on then, show me if you're the one who can solve the puzzle of the golden apple. Alrighty, that's 2 more mysteries solved. The small cogs recovered by Layton and Luke came loose from Simon and Ramon when they collapsed. The cogs, along with the mysterious disappearances he observed around the village, convinced Layton that the villagers of St. Mystere were robots. The abductions around the village were actually the work of Bruno, who moved under the cover of night to retrieve his broken robots. Bruno would bring robots back to the tower and repair them, and then return them to the village. As none of the villagers knew they were actually robots, it's only natural that they were terrified by the strange old man. Alrighty. Pink coin here. And let's examine this for a puzzle. Professor, look, the stairs are barred off. Ah, this must be one of the puzzles Bruno warned us about. It does look quite difficult. Well, my boy, are you ready for a challenge? Get the ball out for another one of these. The door has a device on it that contains a small red ball in the upper left corner. You guide the ball to the hole in the lower right. It looks like the door might open. Since slide blocks, okay, yeah, we know how it works. Let's see. Go. Oops. Oh, I see. Okay, here we go. There we go.
Luke, here's my answer. Critical thinking is the key to success.
Well done. Were you able to get the ball to the hole without shuffling back and forth too much? You had to move the ball lots of times. Okay. There we are. Come on, Luke. We must press on. Alright, lead the way, Professor. Say, Professor, there's something that's been on my mind for a while. Oh, what is it, Luke? When the crank for the bridge was stolen, we were sealed in the village along with Don Paolo. It could just be me, but I feel like this wasn't just a coincidence. Somebody planned it, but who? Hahaha, well, Luke, I don't have any direct evidence of it, but I'd wager that it was Bruno's doing. Bruno? But why in the world would Bruno do something like that? Do you remember what he said? It's his duty to show the way to those who seek the golden apple. But naturally, Bruno had no idea what kind of people would come to St. Mystere seeking the treasure. It's likely he trapped us in the village to buy himself some time to evaluate who we were. He wanted to see if we were worthy of the secret. That's terribly presumptuous of him, don't you think? How could he think either of us were bad people? He doesn't even know us. Hahaha, well, Who knows how Bruno saw it, Luke? I'm certain he was just being careful. After all, Don Paolo managed to sneak in with us. Bruno probably has his hands full and needed time to see what kind of people he had entered the village. Oh, that reminds me, I wanted to ask about that too. Luke, we really should get started here. You can ask me your next question while we're climbing. Righty. Go. Let me read that first. Bruno, caretaker of all of St. Mystere, was the one who stole the crank for the bridge. His intent was to prevent Layton and Luke from leaving the village so they would seek out the golden apple and fulfill the late Baron Reinhold's last wish. Alrighty, and now we can actually go up. Here we are. I believe... Where should we pick? Oh, here it is. Oh, not another locked door. Whoever built this tower must enjoy watching people suffer. Well, my boy, are you just going to stand there and complain about it? No. Leave this puzzle to me. Magic square. You need to solve this magic square in order to proceed. A magic square is a set of numbers organized in a square that, adding any string of 3 numbers, be they horizontal, vertical, or diagonal, result in the same total. 1 and 2 have already been placed in the square for you. Complete the rest of the square to open the clock. I believe it's this way. There we go.
Well, here's my guess. Professor, I've solved it!
Alright. Excellent. Any 3 numbers aligned horizontally, vertically, only add up to 15. Magic squares have been around for thousands of years. The earliest record of one dates back to 650 BC in ancient China. Interesting. I got it. The door's open now. Good show, Luke. So what was it that you were asking me earlier? I'm all ears now. I wanted to know when Don Paolo snuck his way into the village. It seemed like he followed us here. The only way into St. Mystere is over the drawbridge. Plus, I doubt Franco would let in such an obviously evil character as Don Paolo. Yes, to be honest, I still haven't quite worked out how Don Paolo entered St. Mystere myself. But it seems that after he made his way in, he tried to stay at Beatrice's inn. Oh, so that's the man who ran out on his bill. It makes sense that it was Don Paolo. So that Weasel did himself up to look like Inspector Chalmey, snuck into the manor and... Hold on, when did he kill Simon? We'll get to that in a moment. We must keep climbing. Come along. Climb we shall. Go in here, meet Pavel. Ah, konnichiwa, amigos. I'm so glad to see other people. I thought I'd be wandering this place forever. Hey, how did you get in here? There's no way you solved all those puzzles. I'm not saying that, I don't know how to say it. It just happened, on Memento, I'm wandering the sewers, next thing I know, I'm here. I take it this isn't the local hotspot my guide promised it would be. How curious. So, where is it you'd like to go? If you go down the stairs, you can return to the village. Just make sure you don't fall into the large hole by the entrance. Ah, ZZ. That should be enough information to get me there. But may I ask one more favour? All this talk of stairs reminded me of a Nezzo I know. Answer it for me, por favor. Alright. On the stairs. Jim, Mike, Steve and Tom are standing on the stairs. You know the following about them. Jim and Tom are not next to each other. Steve and Mike are 1 step apart. Tom is one on a higher step than Steve. So which of A, B, C and D is Jim? D.
should do it. Another puzzle solved.
Alrighty. That's right. Jim is D. Steve and Mike are next to each other and Tom is above Steve. Since you know Jim is not next to Tom, he must be the lowest step on the lowest step, so he is D. A is Tom, Steve and Mike are B and C, although there is no way of knowing Although there is no way of knowing which is which with this information. Grazia or something? I don't know. I'm sorry. Now I'm ready to go back to the village. What a strange fellow. Professor, do you suppose that man is human? I believe so. He's an odd one though, isn't he? I've never seen an explorer with such a poor sense of direction. Stranger still is how he entered Saint Mystere. I don't think even he knows how he did it. Perhaps his presence yesterday was another reason why Bruno felt compelled to hide the crank. Alrighty, let's go upwards. And I believe there is a hint coin there. It seems we're faced with another puzzle lock, Luke. Oh, I meant to ask you, but on our run-in with the Explorer... our run-in with the Explorer distracted me. How did Simon, all in good time, my boy. First we need to solve this puzzle. Here, it looks to be quite the challenge. Alrighty. It's this one. Right, okay. This maiden has been captured by a wicked wizard and is trying to escape the castle. Armed guards, however, are blocking her path. Slide the blocks out of the way to move the red one out of the exit to the right. Her freedom depends on you. Can you do it? This one's quite a tough one, or rather it's quite a long one. I believe it's got to do stuff like this. Here we go, I believe. Oops. Let's see here. Huh. Have I messed up somewhere here? Oh dear. Okay. There we go. More movement here. Oh wait, hang on, I can move these here. And there we go.
There we go.
That was quite challenging. Lucky you can't really fail those ones.
Has an answer.
Wonderful. This is a classic example of a slide puzzle. There we are, the door should open now. Amazing as always, Professor. Now, about Simon, what exactly happened at the manor? Did Don Paolo really do away with Simon? I'd say so. This is just my theory, mind you, but I think that Don Paolo followed us into the manor. That's when he met Simon, or came across him, as the case may be. I suspect Simon had already collapsed when Don Paolo found his body sprawled on the floor. Just like with Ramon. So maybe Simon had also stopped functioning properly, huh? I guess all the robots break down sooner or later, and when they do, Bruno comes to collect them. Then he fixes them here in the cellar of the tower. Oh, do you suppose the noises from the tower are actually the sounds of Bruno's machines at work? I think you're spot on, Luke. That must be why people began to associate the disappearances with the roaring from the tower. Don't forget that, despite his peculiar appearance, Don Paolo is a scientific genius, therefore he probably realised why Simon had stopped moving. If it weren't for the golden apple, Don Paolo likely would have left Saint Mystere right then. I'm sure he was eager to take the robot apart and learn how it worked. And that must be when he decided to disguise himself as Inspector Charming, right? That made up the whole murder story on the spot. But that's not the whole mystery. Come, Luke, we must keep moving. I'll explain the rest as we go. There's 2 more mysteries solved, so that means there's only 3 left. Let's read those 2. The loud noise emanating from the tower was a whirring of machines Bruno used to repair the robots of Saint Mystere. It's been several years since the creation of Saint Mystere's. Maintenance becomes necessary more frequently as machine age, hence the reports of increased noise at night from the villagers. As a robot with several years on him, it was only natural that Ramon would break down sooner or later. He was quickly taken for repair, then promptly returned to the village, blissfully unaware that he had just undergone a tune-up. Right. And up we go. And Martha's here somehow. Okay. Yeah, fancy meeting you here, dearie. How'd you like to try a little puzzle I made up? How on earth did she get up here? She must have overtaken us at some point. Funny, I didn't even see the old girl pass us. Yum, yum, yum. Quit whispering amongst yourselves and try my puzzle already. It's a humdinger. I can't with this list. It's so difficult to read. You place one joker 4 races, different suits face down on the table. Use the hints below to determine the position of each card. Club is to the immediate right of a heart. Neither the diamond nor the joker is next to the spade. Neither the joker nor the diamond is next to the club. Neither the diamond nor the spade is next to the heart. And I believe we do this. This is the solution. Okay.
Luke, here's my answer. Every puzzle has an answer.
Nice. Excellent. Only a strong grasp of the principles of logic can get you through a puzzle like this. Yeah. Oh yes, that's the answer. Alright, well then, I guess I'll be off. Come visit me sometime. Yum yum yum. I guess she followed us in here. Yeah, okay. And on we go. Here I believe. And then this door. Just like I thought, there's another puzzle locking the door. It looks really difficult, Professor. Luke, my boy, haven't you learned by now? No puzzle is without an answer. Now we simply need to find the answer. That answer. Try your best. Right. Use each of the numbers 1 to 9 exactly to fill in the blanks. Complete the equation. Okay, let's see here. I believe it's 4, 1, 2, 8, 6, 7, 9, 5, 3. Simple math equation, that's all.
There we go. Another puzzle solved.
That's right. There are 2 correct configurations possible. Did you manage to work out both? Nope. Creativity and persistence, Luke. As long as you have these, no puzzle is beyond you. Professor, I was just thinking, do you remember that picture we found in Lady Dahlia's room? The one of the Baron's former wife, Viola, holding a child who appears to be the young Flora? Of course. That's the one. It's uncanny how much Lady Viola looks like Lady Dahlia. Do you suppose Baron Reinhold's diary entries were talking about Lady Dahlia? Sharp thinking, my boy. I believe it went something like this. Craftsmanship of it is simply remarkable. It reminds me of my sweet Viola when she was alive. That's the one that tipped me off. Professor, do you suppose Lady Dahlia is actually a robot built to resemble Lady Viola? Entirely possible, and maybe even probable, given the circumstances. But if so, what a terribly sad story these entries tell. Jeez, okay. Do you remember what the next entry said? Flora doesn't like the thing at all. I've seen her run away from it on multiple occasions. Recently she spent more time playing by dear Viola's grave than anywhere else. It's sad to say, but I doubt Flora will ever take to it. I can't blame her, as I've changed its personality. It felt terrible forcing that change on Flora, but I just couldn't bear to see it like that anymore. Viola, there can never be another you. You were my first, my last, my only. The Baron agreed to the construction of a robot of Flora that was identical to his late wife, but living with a machine that was so similar to his wife must have been too much for him. Thus, he decided to change the robot's personality, and so Lady Dahlia was created. As she was originally created as a mother figure, she must have gone through a confusing transition. Professor, do you suppose these robots feel sadness? Honestly, I'm not quite sure, but I have a feeling that each of these robots has something not unlike a human heart. What do you think? I hope that they do. That's another mystery solved. Alrighty. Yeah, quite a, kind of sad story here. It's revealed that Lady Dahlia is a robot originally constructed to resemble and behave like the Baron's late wife in every way imaginable. Along with her grave in the grounds of the mansion, this was another tribute to Baron's love for Viola. And off we go. Another puzzle. Puzzle 100, I believe. Do you suppose we're near the top yet? Yes, but it seems we have another puzzle in the way before we get there. Nice, okay. Your task is to draw lines between the pins on this board to form 7 squares. 7 squares do not have to be uniform in size, but you can only use each pin once. Give it a shot. I believe there's 1, there's 2, there's 1 more. Oh, I didn't complete this one. Leave. And 2 more left. There we go. Alrighty.
Luke, here's my answer. Critical thinking is the key
And with
to
that,
success.
we've beaten every puzzle in the game. That's right, tracking down all those tilted squares was quite fun, wasn't it? Now we're free to keep climbing. You know, it's very odd how this tower is simply huge, and yet there's almost nothing inside it. Yes, quite. Other than Bruno's room in the cellar, the whole place is rather bare. Perhaps this is why Bruno's machine makes such a racket. This tower is like a giant megaphone. But why would anyone want to construct a big purposeless tower, Professor? It's exhausting to climb this thing. Did you ever consider that this tower might have been built for the express purpose of exhausting us? This is just another one of the many trials that have been set out for the seekers of the Golden Apple. Gosh, that makes perfect sense. Maybe that's also why the tower looks so scary on the outside. You've completed every puzzle in the game. Smashing work. There we go. Now let's head up. This floor doesn't appear to have any puzzles for us, so if we climb this spiral staircase, maybe we will reach the top floor? I think you might be right, my boy. Come, let's hurry. Right. Get that. And we go upwards. Oh my gosh. View was obscured from the ground, but who would have suspected a charming cottage like this up here? Look, the lights are on, Professor. It would appear that someone is living here. That's chapter 9 complete. We are nearly done. Save our progress. All puzzles completed. Now I believe there's a hint coin. Yeah. Our dog gets the last one. Let's go in. You reach the top of the tower. Continue into the house. What kind of person would live in a place like this? Unbelievable. Just look at this room. The stuff in here has to be worth a fortune. This must be the top floor that Bruno spoke of. So we might be standing in the same room as the Golden Apple at this very moment. I've been waiting for you two.
It's you! What's this? What's going on here?
My boy, what you see here is the Golden Apple herself.
You're the Golden Apple. Professor, you knew about this? I had an inkling. Don't you see the genius of it, though? The Baron didn't write the will to find a successor to his fortune. His true aim was to find a worthy guardian for his daughter, and he was willing to put his whole fortune on the line to do so. Yes. My name is Flora. I've been waiting here in this tower for so long. Were you locked up in here the whole time? Oh no, but before Papa passed, he told me that I should wait here until someone from outside St. Mystere came for me. Papa said that whoever came for me would be someone I could trust with my life. That's why you kept watching us move around the village. What was that?
What's going on? Hmm? Oh! Here I come! Ready or not! Follow me! Come now.
Follow me. We must evacuate this tower immediately. What now?
Go ahead without us! I have an idea!
But...
We're fine! Go on!
all right.
It's all right, dear. This way.
What are we going to do? I've got it. Just wait a moment, Flora.
Yes. Hmm?
Layton, I'll smash you right out of the sky! No! This isn't over yet, Layton! Just you wait! One day, I will have my revenge on you! Hold tight!
Oh, that. Hmm?
Thank goodness you're alright, Professor. Don Paolo's flying contraption was something else. I really thought we were done for back there. Yes, it was a bit unnerving, but he also provided us with the answer to one of our ongoing mysteries. Do you remember that awful noise we heard for the first time when we visited Reinhold Manor? The one that spooked Claudia. Oh, so that must have been the noise. You've put it together. The racket was likely Don Paolo's contraption making a crash landing. If that's the case, then we now know the approximate time of Don Paolo's entrance into St. Mystere. That makes perfect sense. So it follows that Franco wouldn't have noticed Don Paolo's entrance. So if Flora is the golden apple that everyone's been looking for, that means the treasure that Lady Dahlia and the others were chasing never existed in the first place. Though I'm fairly certain they weren't mistaken. I do believe the fortune is hidden somewhere within the village. But the Baron would need to hide it somewhere only the golden apple would know to look. You mean that Flora knows where the treasure is hidden? I'm sorry, but I don't know anything about a treasure or anything like that. Let's head back to Reinhold Manor one more time. I suspect we'll clear everything up there. There is one mystery left. Professor, do you really think the treasure could be located here? Look closely at this painting, Luke. I'm sure it holds the key to the Reinhold fortune. But I've already looked at it. If we solve this mystery, Luke, I'm certain we'll come face to face with the Reinhold treasure. Touch the painting where the golden apple is hidden. And as we saw in the cutscene, there was a golden apple around here on Flora's chest, or just above her chest, I guess. And yeah. Aha! A hidden switch. Switch seems to have activated the wall. And to think that Reinhold Manor held the secret behind this painting all along. It looks like the passage that leads. It looks like there's a passage that leads further in. Oh. Let's see where this passage goes. my goodness. Look at this place. I had no idea. Now, how in the world did you know that the switch was hidden in the painting? Listen closely, Luke. Wisdom wasn't the only thing Baron Reinhold required the potential guardians for his only daughter. You saw it too, did you not? The mark, that peculiar mark on her neck that only appeared once she laughed. In other words, Baron Reinhold set out one last requirement for the potential inheritor of his fortune. He wanted someone who could make Flora smile again after losing those dear to her. To that person, and that person alone, would Baron Reinhold reveal the location of his actual fortune. That's unbelievable, Professor, but it all makes sense now. Flora, my little Flora. Where's that voice coming from? Flora, you've made it here at last. That voice, Papa, is that you? Papa! My dear Flora, has the village watched over you as I would have? I built St. Mystere for you so that you would never have to know true loneliness. Well, to be fair, Bruno did the actual building, but that's beside the point. In any case, you've come this far. I suppose it's safe to assume my plan was a success. My greatest regret is that I'm not there to see you become a young woman. But please know that I want nothing more than for you to be happy. Whether the person by your side right now can give you that or not is up to you, I suppose. And to you who have found your way to my daughter's side, you have my heartiest congratulations. You could make it through the barrage of puzzles I set before you. I imagine a person of your abilities has already caught on, but allow me to reveal St. Mystere's secret. The secret of St. Mystere? Recently, I was told by my physician that I don't have much time left on this earth. I can come to terms with dying, but the thought of leaving my only child alone in the world torments me. This is why I commissioned Bruno to construct St. Mystere. At least this way she'll be safe and protected till she's old enough to venture into the outside world. Streets and buildings are the bones of a village, but its heart is the people who live in it. This is why I asked Bruno to create all the villages here, as well as the puzzles hidden within them. I've asked Matthew to make news of my desk public only once Flora has grown past childhood. So, stranger, how does my beautiful little flower look now? I imagine she's blossoming into adulthood. Equally important to me is finding someone whom I can entrust both my daughter and my fortune. This is why the inhabitants of St. Mystere are constantly testing the knowledge of the visitor. If you made it this far, it must mean that you possess both wisdom and dedication to my daughter. I am confident that you will take good care of my fortune and Flora. This is why everything in this room, the whole of my fortune, belongs to you. Whether you remove it from here, St. Mystere will. When you remove it from here, St. Mystere will complete the objective for which it was created. I imagine the inhabitants will fall into a deep sleep from which they are never to awaken. Now wait just a minute. Is he saying that if we take the treasure, all of St. Mystere will just disappear? I honestly don't know the answer to that question, Luke. But it's possible that St. Mystere is designed to shut down the instant we lay a hand on the treasure. So if that happens, everyone will just stop? Just like puppets with their strings cut? I leave it to you, brave traveller. Draw the curtain on St. Mystere and lay this lifeless village to rest. Above all else, take care of my precious daughter. She is in your hands now. Oh, Papa. I can't believe it. If we even touch this treasure, all of St. Mystere will just grind to a halt. Flora, by right, this inheritance belongs to you. You should be the one to decide what's done with it. I don't want it. But why ever not, my dear? People who live here have been with me for so long. Curious as this village is, it's watched me grow up. I want St. Mystere, my village, to stay just as it is, forever. see. Then so it shall be. But what of you, Flora? Will you stay here with your village? I... Final mystery solved. Are you sure this is quite alright, my lady? Certainly. Leaving will make Flora happy. I'd like nothing more than to see her off with a smile.
Goodbye then, little village. Cool. What an astonishing village that was, Professor. Does this mean you'll be gracing the front pages of the London papers again sometime soon?
No, Luke. St. Mastel's secret must stay between us.
Huh? Why do you say that?
You see, my dear boy, we don't want people to make a spectacle of Flora. That wouldn't be right.
Of course. Always thinking of others.
Well, one must always put a lady's needs first. That's what a gentleman does.
That was Professor Layton and the Curious Village. It's not my favourite in the series, but I still love it to bits. It's so charming. It's really incredible. I come back to this one a lot, honestly, just like on its own. I've probably played this game maybe 10 times in the past decade. It's just incredible. I love it a lot. And I hope you did as well, whoever's watching this. Had a good time recording this, and I hope you enjoyed watching it. Next time, I will be doing all of the bonus puzzles that you unlock, as well as the hidden door, which I believe is concept art or something. But yeah, there's not much left to do. I hope you enjoyed this very long episode of Professor Layton. Yeah, it's quite simple compared to the other ones. It's not as ridiculous. I mean, it's pretty ridiculous still sometimes, with the whole robot villagers and the Ferris wheel thing. It's very funny. Yeah, I love this one a lot. It's very underappreciated. I hope more people play it, enjoy it. If you haven't, even though you've probably made it this far into my playthrough, please play it yourself. It's very great. And I didn't show off everything this game has to offer. There's a bunch of dialogue that I didn't show off. And yeah. It's all great. I'll probably do the other games as well. All of them in order of release. But not anytime soon. There's some other stuff I need to do. I need to finish uploading the extras for Celeste, and I'm planning on doing a few other things as well before the second game. But yeah, as of now, this is great. Glad I could record this. It's been very nice to get to play this game again. Yeah, that's all I have to say. I do love everything about this game. Yeah. I would say my favorite game in the series is probably Lost Future, which is the third one. I can't wait to play that one on this channel as well. It'll be fun. And these credits are long, and I'm running out of things to say. I'm very sorry. The puzzles in this game, I'd say, are probably like the hardest for me. I'd say. I struggled a lot, like even though I played this game so many times, when I was like taking notes for some of the puzzles and stuff. But yeah, it was quite a struggle. But yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. There are voice actors, Christopher Miller and Maria Darling. Luke was voiced by someone else in America, but I forgot who it was, so I'm just going to put her name on the screen. She's quite a famous voice actress, at least for the rest, for games and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. I have nothing else to say, I'm sorry. Just enjoyed the credits, I guess. Oh right, I should say that I assume that a lot of the puzzles are different in Japanese as well. But I won't be putting any like Japanese puzzles like solutions on the screen because I don't know Japanese, and I'm sure that most people watching this also don't know Japanese, so there would be no point. Maybe once I'm finished learning Japanese, because that's something I'm doing, I will maybe put answers or something in like the comments or something. Anyway, to be continued in Professor Layton and Pandora's Box, also known as Professor Layton and the Diabolical Box, which is a worse title. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. We've got a little bit more here. Though you've reached the story's end, Professor Layton and the Curious Village is far from over. How many puzzles did you solve over the course of your adventure? Precisely 120 puzzles are hidden throughout the village, so why not try to complete every single puzzle? Also, be sure to check the bonus section. Fulfill certain conditions to unlock more bonus content. Your game will now save. When you continue, you will resume play at the top of the tower. And here we go, our complete save file. Next time, we've got a bunch of extra puzzles to do. And I will be talking throughout the video constantly, even more than this playthrough. There's no downtime, it's just puzzles. Anyway, thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed. See you guys next time.
So this is where you and Professor Layton live.
Welcome to London.
I love this. When I first arrived in London, everything was new and exciting. I'm having such a wonderful time, and it's all thanks to the Professor and Luke. Sometimes I feel like I might end up in danger when I'm with them. But anyway, I'm happy. If you're up there somewhere, Papa, thank you. And don't worry about me. I'm going to be just fine.